it's Alexis, and how do you spell, is it just normal Alexis?
Yes.
And what's your last name?
Vivo, V-I-V-E-A.
All right.
Would you like me to come forward? Or?
Yes, please. You can do that. Stacy, did you get that? The DOC agent is Alexis Vivo. Do you need me to respell it? Okay.
No, I heard her.
Is the state just watching?
If the court asks for my opinion, I think that's why I'm here.
Okay. We will go on the record in the matter 21 CF 245, State of Wisconsin versus Kelly Nelson. Appearances are, we do have the state appearing through District Attorney Kevin Schmidt in person. We have Kelly Nelson appearing by video conferencing in custody in Burnett County Jail. We have Alexis Bebo, Department of Corrections agent. We're set here today in this matter due to a request and a petition to amend the judgment of conviction and add some conditional jail time due to some violations that are alleged to have occurred by Ms. Nelson. This is a very serious case. The court recalls the facts very clearly as it relates to this matter. And Ms. Nelson was given a very sweet plea deal with the state to plead to possession with intent amphetamine, methamphetamine, over 3 grams, but less than 10, a class E felony. And she did receive probation instead of a prison sentence at that time. So Ms. Bebo, we're here due to the department's request for conditional jail and Ms. Nelson's, I think, objection to that.
Yes, she is objecting to the conditional jail time.
All right. So Ms. Bebo, can you please provide the information and recommendation to me, please, to the court?
Yes, so I did not write down this date, but conditional jail time was ordered months prior to her being placed into custody, July 2nd of this year. Due to some methamphetamine use, possession, she refused to provide UAs while in custody during that time and refused to go to court. Then she was released from custody, apologize. Then she turned herself in to the Barron County Jail to go to court, essentially. She was then released. She did not have an active phone number. When I attempted to contact her mother, who was the person that she was intended to live with, who she's reported that she lives with, to us, I contacted her mother. She said, I don't know, she's probably at her apartment. At that time, I was under the understanding that she was no longer living in Cumberland, Wisconsin, and that she was back in Turtle Lake. So I issued a warrant for her arrest, and she was pulled over by Cumberland Police Department.
Yep.
Okay. She was pulled over by Cumberland Police Department. They did give me a call. She had her children in the vehicle with her and requested how they should move forward. I did let them know that she should be taken into custody so we can deal with these violations. Her vehicle was searched, nothing was found. She was placed into custody. I got a statement the same day, or possibly it was the same day. I got a statement from her in regards to the violations of encouraging another client to violate probation. She was very well aware that Joseph Carter was on probation and had a no contact with her. And this had occurred months prior. And
that was a no contact provided by DOC.
Yes, yes.
So she hasn't violated the no contact with Mr. Nelson or Ryan Wren?
Not,
Nelson.
no.
Okay.
And then I had just asked her questions about where she was, what her plan was, why she's not in Polk County. Her response has been that she does not want to transfer offices. So this is her reasoning for reporting an incorrect address and giving us her mother's address. And while I empathize with that, it is a requirement that you are supervised in the county, that you do reside.
I don't empathize. I have not been able to speak today with that. I
Me
do not,
either.
because that's the law
Exactly.
and
Yep.
that's the rules. And if she likes you as her agent, that's great.
Mhm.
Maybe a wonderful agent that's able to move with or hold them accountable and be nice and work well, but that's the rules. The rules are the rules.
Yes.
Okay, so continue. Or is that all?
And then as far as not contacting me, she stated that she does not have funds for a cell phone or for gas, food, etc. So basic needs, and that is why she did not report to my office. And she did state that she didn't have reporting instructions, which, as far as I am aware, a Burnett County siren agent out of the siren office did give her a report date of when she should be seeing me, and she did not show up. Following her being placed into custody, I sent a request to obtain a UA. It appears that on July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, she failed to provide a UA to jail staff. And then I followed up after the holiday weekend, and they had stated that after multiple attempts, she still did not provide a UA. And after the 4th, it was not requested again. So at this time, I do not know if she was under the influence of any illegal or illicit substance since being released from the Barron County Jail until up to the time that she was placed into custody.
All right, thank you. Ms. Nelson, I'm now going to ask if there's anything that you would like to say to me or you would like to let me know as it relates to this matter. I believe, are you still just asking for, I believe it's 51 days?
Yes, ma'am.
51 days of conditional jail is being requested. You requested to have a hearing and so I just need to make you aware that, and I'm sure Ms. Bebo made you aware that on a probation review hearing such as this, in which conditional jail is being requested and the court is being asked to modify the judgment of conviction, the court has no obligation or duty to follow the recommendation of the Department of Corrections, meaning that I do not have to order 51 days conditional jail. I could order 0 if I find that it's appropriate. I could order up to a year if I find that that's more appropriate. You have the ability and right to say what you wish to tell me. This is not like any other criminal court hearing you've had, because I can use your silence against you. So please let me know what you would like me to consider and what you are asking of the court.
Regarding the contact with Joseph, I was informed by his PO that we are able to have contact as long as we're both doing what we're supposed to be doing. And she was fine with us writing for having contact while he was in jail. Along with the Turtle Lake address, I went to my Cumberland apartment to pack it up so I could move out of it. And when I got out of jail, I didn't have the funds and things didn't go as planned, but I did not receive a note or a appointment from Burnett County, the guards here the agent. She did not tell me a report date when I got out, so I didn't miss appointment on purpose. And when I got pulled over, I was gonna drop my kids off and come to probation, actually. That was my plan. But I got pulled over first. Yeah.
All right, so anything else?
No, I don't believe so.
So go ahead.
The rest of all of the stipulations you gave me for completing paper. I've got through all of them and I'm in the process and will have my GED or HSCD within the next 3 weeks. Here at the jail, they have a program, so I'll have that complete as well. And yeah, I've done all the parenting classes and everything else. I just have to finish my HSCD and pay my $500 and some, I think it is. And
So you had gainful employment?
I did in March. Or before I went to jail then. And when I get out, I'm planning on going to the butterfly house now, which therefore I will have immediate gainful employment and. Yeah,
The other
Yeah.
another condition was no use or possession of alcohol, illegal drugs, paraphernalia, any controlled substance without a valid prescription. Are you telling the court you didn't violate that?
I didn't. 2.5 years, that was good. I had a miscarriage and it slipped up, but it was a minor slip up and I was already getting sober again when it all came to service and I regretted it ever since. And
Is that why you avoided your agent in February?
No,
Why did you avoid your agent for those 3 days?
oh, well, I was in jail. I just had a miscarriage. I was depressed and.
No. Was it February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th?
That was July. So I believe what
Sorry.
she's referring to is the last conditional jail time that was ordered
Yeah.
previously.
All right, but with this July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, when you were being asked to go meet with your agent, why were you avoiding that?
Judge Mogen, I apologize. That was the corrections officers at the Barron County Jail who were requesting or directing her to provide UAs and she was refusing.
All right,
Yes.
thank you. Okay. And she just said she was unable.
I did not get a response as far as what she had said, was just that she would not provide one after being asked multiple times.
Okay, why didn't you provide a sample for the corrections officer when you were in custody?
But the first time was right before I gave my statement and I still hadn't received a glass for water. I was there for 2 hours and they were busy. And the second time, I don't know.
How about the third time?
I don't even remember being asked a second or third time, honestly.
All right. So if I am to believe the statements that you're telling me here today, are you telling me that Miss Bebo and her connections and the information provided to her are wrong and are lies?
I'm not saying she's lying, but it's not, I don't know. The address thing is not what, I don't know.
You never told her that you didn't update or give your correct address of where you're living, which is a requirement.
Yeah, and she knew I was.
Because you didn't want to move or transfer agents?
She knew about the apartment address and I told her I was moving back in with my mom, which I was moving back in with my mom. I just had to go pack up my apartment. That was,
Ms. Bebo, were you under that impression? Did you know that she was just going to that apartment to pack it up?
No, Judge, I was not aware that she was living in Cumberland until she was arrested and served conditional jail time the first time. And then I was again under the impression that she was being evicted and would be living with her mom upon release.
yeah. That was,
Is that accurate, Ms. Nelson?
yeah, that was my plan, was moving back in with mom.
Now, what I'm asking, if it was your plan, because your plan was wrong and it was violating DOC policy, state law, and the court's conditions of your judgment of conviction. So all I'm hearing from you, all I've heard from you, Ms. Nelson, are excuses, why I didn't do what I was told to do, why I didn't do what I was legally supposed to do, why I didn't do what Department of Corrections requires me to do. Because I've heard excuses and the opposite of what Ms. Bebo has stated here in court. And so you're essentially telling me that Ms. Bebo is lying.
That's not. Okay.
And it's hard for me to believe that the day that you were pulled over with your kids in your car, you were driving to drop them off so that you can go see probation. It's always that. I'm going to tell you, this isn't the first time I've heard this. People are always on their way to Department of Corrections to turn themselves in. They're always having an interview the next day when they're in custody or the day of they got picked up. They're always starting a new job, and so they need to be released from custody. They're always doing what the court told them to do, but for the fact that they got picked up and they got arrested. All I heard were reasons, again, that were completely opposite than the information and facts that I was provided by Ms. Bebo. I need to state that you were given a very, very sweet plea deal. But for the fact that your attorney argued for your rehabilitation, you faced a very serious prison sentence. It's a Class E felony, a Class E felony. That means you could face 15 years of incarceration, 10 years of initial confinement, and then the 5 years of extended supervision.
Mm-hmm.
That's hanging over your head right now.
I understand.
That should be a huge hammer hanging over your head, where you say, Ms. Bebo, I'm going to do everything that I need to do. I need to follow the law. I need to follow the judge's orders. I need to follow what the Department of Corrections is requiring of me.
Mm-hmm.
You were also provided the ability to reunite with your children, because during that time, I can't recall if it was Burnett County, removed your children from your care. I understand relapse, and I understand it very completely with doing the treatment court. That happens.
Mm-hmm.
But there are ways that you work, and the ways that you use the tools that you've learned after a relapse. And that includes having the people that are there to help and assist you and guide you, and having those conversations. Ms. Bebo is one. Going to A is another. Based upon the information that I have here today, I do find that you have violated numerous conditions of the court on the judgment of conditions, as well as violated your rules and policies of the Department of Corrections. I'm ordering conditional jail. I'm ordering 120 days, not 51, 120 days. You have 15 years of incarceration over your head. That means no little white lies if you believe they are lies. Here they weren't little white lies. I don't believe that for a second. You blatantly lied to Ms. Bebo and to others of authority to do what you want, how you wanted to do it, thinking you could get away with that. That's called criminal thinking. That's criminal thinking. Has she been engaged in any MRT or other such programs?
She was not enrolled in any program when she got transferred to my case, no.
All right, well, I'm also going to order that. She has to do either a thinking for a change or breaking barriers, MRT, something of that nature.
Polk County just started MRT.
Okay, excellent. You are still using that criminal thinking brain. I understand the loss, a miscarriage, but a loss of a child. I completely understand that. I understand having the sorrow and the pain. I also understand reaching out to others who can keep you on that sober path and keep you on the non-criminal path. Because Ms. Nelson, it may come down to it where the department's going to next ask that you be revoked and you be sentenced with 10 years of initial confinement and 5 years of extended supervision hanging over your head. That is nothing that you should take lightly. So 120 days from date of arrest or pickup. And it appears that I'm going to have more probation review hearings with Ms. Nelson because she's not understanding the risk. And if not only does the Department of Corrections, but if she needs the court to babysit her to make sure that she understands that risk, I will. I can do October 6th at 2. Zoom is approved for the agent. If she is out of custody, if you are out of custody, you must be here in person. If you are not out of custody, I think you should be, but you can be by Zoom as well. Anything further, Ms. Vivo?
No, ma'am, thank you.
All right, thank you. We are adjourned.